Nizzy, and in this video, you guys, we're going to be breaking down the NFL game picks heading into Week 12 of the NFL season. Getting this video out a little bit late this week. Obviously, the Thursday night matchups for Thanksgiving in America already happened, you guys, with the triple header. Bears end up taking down the Lions on a last-second field goal. I had the Bears to win that game anyways. Cowboys lose a tough one to the Raiders in overtime there. I had the Cowboys winning that game, so that's a loss so far already this week for us, 1-1. And then I had picked the Bills over the Saints, which they dusted up the Saints on that Thursday night game, you guys. So we're 2-1 already this week. Obviously, like I said, getting the video out a little bit late. Wasn't able to get it out before those Thursday night games, or Thursday day games, I guess, because it's Thanksgiving out in America. I'm from Canada, so our Thanksgiving's in October comparatively. But hope all you guys in America had a great Thanksgiving and enjoyed your football. I had to work, unfortunately, so I didn't get to watch the early games. Only got to watch the Sunday nighter. Right, real quick, though, you guys, before we start breaking down the NFL game picks from Sunday and Monday games coming up here, if you can go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. If you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. We're getting a ton of support lately, you guys, and I greatly appreciate it. We're going to keep coming out with as much content as possible for you guys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start breaking down these game picks heading into Week 12 here. You guys ended up finishing off with an 8-7 record last week's Week 11 picks. One game above 500, getting back above 500 a little bit there. We're 94-66 overall this season, so not too bad of a clip right now. Nicely above 500. Hopefully we can keep the ball rolling in the right direction this week. So we'll go ahead and start off with the Sunday early games, you guys. Starting off with the Falcons versus the Jaguars. Obviously the Falcons coming off a really rough loss. I believe it was the Thursday night game against the Patriots last week where they lost 25-0. Jags got beat up pretty good last week as well. So this should be a good bounce back game for the Falcons. I really don't trust the Jaguars team right now. Obviously they're playing on their home field, but I think the Falcons, after getting absolutely annihilated back-to-back weeks, I think they lost to the Cowboys like 43-something. It was an atrocious loss against the Cowboys, and then they get shut out by the Patriots last week. So I think the Falcons are going to be coming in hungry for a victory in this one. And I just don't think there's any way that the Jaguars are going to have enough to be able to beat this Falcons team. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Atlanta Falcons 27-21 over the Jaguars. We got the Jets versus the Texans, you guys. A battle of two shit teams here. Two teams that have their season already over, basically fighting for which rankings, which pick you're going to get in the NFL draft here. I believe Zach Wilson's coming back off his injuries, getting his first start in the last few weeks now. So we'll have to see if he's learned anything watching from the sideline over the last 3-4 games, see if he can apply any of that knowledge into his play. He's kind of been all over the place. He's been pretty atrocious this year so far as a rookie. Tyrod Taylor's back in the fold. I believe this is his third week back in the Texans. With the Texans as their starting quarterback now, coming off that injury that derailed him at the start of the season there. So I really don't trust the Jets in this one, you guys. They're marred by injury. They've had so many injuries they've been dealing with this season. And then Zach Wilson hasn't played in about 3-4 weeks. So I just really don't trust the Jets squad right now. And the Texans with Tyrod Taylor are a completely different team comparatively when they had their rookie David Mills starting for them. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Texans in this one by a final score of 24-17. And then we got the Titans versus the Patriots, you guys. Now, this should be a really good matchup. Obviously, the Titans are without Derrick Henry still. Patriots are on a 5-game win streak here, so this should be a really good matchup. I think it's going to be a close, tight-knit game. Vrabel always coaches really well against his former coach, and Bill Belichick. Obviously, he played for the Patriots when Belichick was still the coach, when he was a player before he became a coach back in the day there. So I think it's going to be a tight, close game, but I do think Mac Jones is going to be able to make a couple more plays than Tannehill in this one. And I just think that defense of the Patriots is going to be good enough to maybe force a turnover or two on the Tennessee Titans and be able to hang on for the victory. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Patriots, you guys. Final score 28-24 over the Titans. Then we got the Eagles versus the Giants. A little divisional matchup here, you guys. I think the Giants are going to be able to bounce back in this one in a close game. I just don't think the Eagles are going to have enough juice on the road to be able to come and get a victory here. Obviously, the Giants are going to be playing a little bit motivated after their offensive coordinator Jason Garrett just got fired after last week's performance, so I expect them to come out with a little bit of a hotter start, maybe have a little spark going. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants in that game, final score 30-27 over the Eagles. And we got the Steelers versus the Bengals, you guys. Another divisional matchup here. Should be a good game. Both teams fighting for playoff spots right now. Obviously, their division's still up for grabs. The wild card spots are up for grabs, so both these teams are in contention right now. Should be a good matchup on the Bengals home field. It's kind of a pick'em game right now, but at the end of the day, I'm going to take the Bengals here. They got home field advantage, and I just trust Joe Burrow more than I trust Big Ben. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Bengals. Final score 27-24 over the Steelers. Then we got the Bucs versus the Colts, you guys. I think this could be one of the games of the week right here. Colts have been playing much better football as of late. Their run game looks absolutely nasty. Jonathan Taylor's just an absolute bowling ball out on the field right now. The Colts offensive line is back fully healthy, and they are looking absolutely nasty. I'd say the Colts got the best offensive line in the league right now, you guys. They probably got the best run game in the league right now over the last few weeks. They've really got that rolling at a nice clip. They've taken all the pressure off of Carson Wentz, haven't made him have to do too much, which is huge. It's caused him to hold on to the ball a little bit better and not have stupid fumbles or stupid interception turnovers. So I think this is going to be a tough matchup for the Bucs, man. I believe this is the Colts Ring of Honor game. I think they got some guys going into the Ring of Honor too on their home field there, so it should be a pretty big game. Obviously the Bucs want to try and string together some wins here, but I just think the injuries to their secondary that they're still dealing with, and the fact that the Colts have one of the nastiest run games in the league, I think they're going to be just able to hang on for a victory on their home field, you guys. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Colts will hang on for the victory, 30-28 over the Bucs. And then we got the Panthers versus the Dolphins, you guys. I think second week now, Cam Newton's back with the Panthers. He's going to have a little more of the offense under his belt, be a little more comfortable out there. I thought he played pretty well in his first full game against the Washington football team there. Obviously, they weren't able to come out victorious, but I think they turn the scripts in this one against a Dolphins team that's been pretty hot lately, but I think they're going to fall off a bit of a cliff here. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Panthers are going to be able to edge them out in this one by a final score of 24-21 for the Panthers. And then we're heading over to the Sunday afternoon matchups, you guys. Big time game. Another one that's probably one of the games of the week next to the Colts and the Bucs is the Packers and the Rams. My Green Bay Packers obviously lost a tough one in Minnesota last week, 34-31. Came real close at the end of the game. Our defense did not play a good game last week. Should get some help. Hopefully Rashawn Gary's coming back off of his elbow sprain. Should be able to play this Sunday. And then on the Rams side, they've lost 2 in a row. They're coming off a bye week now. They're going to have a salty taste in their mouth after losing 2 games heading into their bye. They're going to be really desperate for a win here. Packers got a bye week coming up next week. We're just going to be looking to get in to the bye week somewhat healthy, try and get a bunch of guys healthy and come out a little bit healthier out of that bye week for a good strong stretch down the last few games of the season here. So I'd love to see the Packers win this game, but I just think with all the injury woes stacking up on the Green Bay Packers squad and the lack of a bye week yet, obviously we're going to be looking ahead a little bit to next week's bye week and getting some guys back. So I just don't think the Packers are going to have enough juice to be able to handle this Rams team that's going to be playing with a little more desperation because they did lose their last 2 games. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams in this one, you guys, 31-27. Although I hope I am very wrong in this one, and I hope the Packers pull off the upset in this game. But I'm going to go Rams in this one. I just got to go with my gut feeling here. Next game, you guys, we got the Chargers versus the Broncos. Another divisional matchup here. Chargers are starting to get back on a little bit of a roll here. Justin Herbert's looking real good in his second season in the league. Brandon Staley's starting to get that team playing at a nice clip right now, obviously, as is being a rookie head coach in the NFL. I think what he's done so far with this team, and basically last season the Chargers really struggled in winning those tight games. They lost so many one-possession games last season. It seems they've kind of turned those tides this year, been able to win a lot more of those tight games. I think this is going to be a pretty tight game just because of the Broncos defense and how stout it is. But I do think the Chargers are going to be able to hang on for the road victory here by a final score of 24-17 over the Broncos. Then we got the Vikings and the 49ers to wrap up the afternoon games, you guys. Obviously, we had the little issue with Everson Griffin, the Vikings defensive end there. Had an issue earlier in the week. I don't know if you guys seen the video clip. He had a gun to his head and stuff, was talking some craziness. Obviously, they had the police called and stuff like that. So there's a little bit of inside issues going on with the Vikings organization right now, dealing with all of that. I think their mind and focus might be in other areas. And the 49ers are coming off a couple nice victories here. They're looking to get back into contention. The 49ers, to me, are still a big-time playoff team. They haven't had the start to the season that they wanted, but they can definitely finish off the season strong here with a good string of wins. They're playing on their home field as well. The Vikings are coming in feeling good after last week's victory over the Packers. I think they're going to come back down to earth a little bit here. I think the 49ers are going to handle them pretty easily in this one. I just think they're going to be outmatched by a physical 49ers team. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 49ers 30-21 over the Vikings, you guys. That leaves us our Sunday and Monday night matchups. Really excited for the Sunday night matchup, you guys. Should be an awesome game between the Browns and the Ravens here. Two teams that really need to get some victories to stay in the race. Obviously, the Ravens are first in their division right now. They want to keep that going. The Browns want to keep crawling and trying to get back into things here. Baker Mayfield's obviously just beat right up right now. Lamar Jackson missed last week's game versus the Bears with an illness. Hopefully he'll be good to go here and feeling better this week. But this is going to be a tight, hard-nosed game between two divisional opponents that both want a victory badly. You know, I think the Browns are going to be able to bounce back in a big-time way here this week, get more points on the board. I think Baker has a bit of a breakout game, even though he's been injured so far this season. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Browns by a final score of 30-28 over the Ravens in this one, you guys. And then that leaves us our Monday night matchup, Seattle versus Washington. Seahawks desperately need a win here. They've barely been able to score some points in the last couple of weeks, obviously getting shut out by Green Bay. I think they only mustered 13 points last week against the Cardinals. So it's been a rough stretch for Seattle. They need to get things turned around very quickly. They pretty well need to win every single game the rest of the season to make it into the playoffs. You know, and I think it starts right here with the Washington football team on their schedule. I really can't see them losing 3 in a row here with Russell Wilson. I think he's going to bounce back majorly, and I think that offense is going to have a breakout performance. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Seahawks 33-24 over the Washington football team, you guys. And that rounds out the NFL game picks for Week 12 here. Hopefully we stay above 500, you guys. Would love to get your guys' opinion in the comments section down below. Who are you guys taking in Week 12? And how have you guys been doing with your game picks so far this season? Would love your opinion in the comments section down below. Once again, you guys, I appreciate taking the time to watch this video and every video on my channel. Please go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Thank you guys for watching this video, man. And this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat. Signing off.